Hello everybody and welcome back to some Hearthstone here on the channel. I think we might actually make a Warlock deck this time. See how well we can do on this. I had a lot of fun playing a Warlock on the Tavern Brawl, so figured maybe we will try it out in some regular ladder matches. It's been a while since I've done it. Let's not take a Timing Eye of Evil and a Succubus. So at least bring a Mistress of Pain, a couple Shadow Vaults. Since demons, I don't know if we'll have enough demons, maybe a summoning portal, we'll see. And we've got a lot of low mana spells. It's going to be a good deck for Questing Adventure, not so much for something like a Gadgets and Jouster. And we will go ahead, and what else do we need? Some turn 2 Noyatrons are always nice. A couple of Murloc Tidehunters just to get some minions on the board. Then bring a pair of Questing Adventurers. Might have to get rid of some spells or something to incorporate some more other minions. Get rid of the Summoning Portal, get a couple of Yetis. We have some turn 5s and turn 6 drops. We will go ahead and bring our legendary duo with us of Maexna and Sneed. In order to do that, do 4 damage to a minion. Like to keep that. I don't really want Mistress of Pain, so I'll take a couple of legendaries in her stead. And Molten Giant might be good since we do have Life Tap, especially. Get rid of the Blood Imp, bring one of those, and Power of Overwhelming is nice to have. Dark Bomb's nice. Hellfire is very nice. Implosion can be pretty good. Oh, we still do have some room, so we'll go back and bring along that last Molten Giant. Very nice. Thought we were full there for some reason, but we are not, so there we go. We get a full deck here. And let us try some games as a Warlock. Went overall 4 and 2 on the Rogue. Might go back to it some other time, but we did pretty well. But I've been really wanting to try out a Warlock. I forgot last time, I was thinking about doing a Priest or a Paladin, but decided to wait a little bit. That and the fact that we have a quest to win 3 games as a Warlock. I might have swayed it a little bit. We will get rid of these two. Keep the Hellfire, I suppose, just for... These usually will draw something worse, like these two aren't the best things to start out with. Question is, do we coin out a Noyatron early on? I don't think so. We think we wait until turn 2. Gadgets and Jouster, we win, so it's not going to be that big of a deal. He has a Grim Patron in there. It's not going to be very fun for us. We get that Molten Giant. Not looking forward to a Grim Patron on the board, but Hellfire should... Does Hellfire kill a Grim Patron? I forget the amount of health he has. It's not really going to be much damage, so I'll just wait and play the Noyatron here. Because when that doesn't proc, it's not really that useful. I mean, a 1 health or a 1 damage minion early on is not really, or at any point, it's not really going to be very consequential when it doesn't have any other effects. It's probably going to be with the Fire Blast. It's going to be an even trade with the Noyatron. The only thing is that it cost a total of 3 mana, and they couldn't use anything else on their turn, so it is a very good trade for us. Trade that out, and use a Questing Adventure. Nothing else really valuable to use on that turn. We could use an Implosion next turn to get some minions on the board. If he plays anything around 3 health, he's going to Frostbolt to kill the Adventurer, and using a Sealed Portal. Gonna give him an Armor Smith. I'm not too afraid of the Armor Smith, but the only thing really good for us to do here might be to implode it and get a bunch of 1/1s. It's gonna survive. Give him 1 armor. We get 3 1/1 imps on the board. There we go. Knife Juggler might actually be good with the implosion because he'll throw a knife for each one he's summoned, I believe. Summon a couple of Mirror MCs. That's not going to be very good. There's a Larmobot. Do we Hellfire here and then throw down a Voidwalker? Yeah, I mean, he's got more to lose on the board than we do. Let's do that. Kill everything he's got. Kill all our stuff. Keep the alarm block from working. And use a Void Walker here. Get a 1/3 with Taunt out. Off the board, 3 1/1s is not nearly as valuable as an Electron, a bunch of Mirror Entities, and I forget the other card he had out. Armorsmith. And he puts out an Evil Heckler. Do we use... No, we'll wait until we can life tap 1/1 we use that. End up using a Dread Inferno. Put a 6/6 on the board. Kill the taunt without much of a hitch. Use a secret though. And a Spellslinger. Which will give us a shield block. Who knows what it'll give him. Questing Adventurer. Questing Adventurer, Mortal Coil shield block. Questing Adventurer doesn't kill anything, so we don't draw a card, but or Mortal Coil. Or do we just put out another 6/6? I think we do that and draw a card. He's gonna get a Mirror Entity of our 4/4, but she doesn't, or Jaina doesn't have any way of dealing damage to herself quite as well as we do. So that's probably gonna end up being more useful for us. Probably ping the Inferno. And then we will kill their floating, whatever it's called, Watcher. To all other characters. So that would buff up our Watcher. After we kill theirs. As well as dealing 1 damage to it, but she's gonna ping herself and buff up the Watcher and probably trade in ours. It does leave the Inferno on the board though, however. Unless she gets to Unleash the Hounds, which would kill the Inferno. She has another Alarmobot. Oh, okay. Which Alarmobot's not that great in playing the game. Looks like a good board for the Inferno, or else we can Mortal Coil and draw a card off that guy. And summon one of these. So I'll probably do that. Gets us a Molten Giant out, draws us a card. It's a Shadow Bolt. Might have Shadow Bolted the Alarmobot, but it's gonna bring out a Sylvanas. Oh well. That's not really something I'm too afraid of. I'll kill that off and then kill off Kel'Thuzad. If he doesn't have another spell on that Hellfire. I mean, Molten Giant will kill Kel'Thuzad pretty easy. And we could do this and kill Sylvanas on an empty board. This leaves him with a 3/1 on the board and 2 cards in his hand. 3 now. One of which I believe is the Repair Bot, or Alarmobot going back into his hand. And it is. Do we Sneed? He's probably got another Mirror Entity there. We could Questing Adventurer Sneed.
Give me a quest.
This is not a Mirror Entity. Oh, okay. Sneed, buff that up to a 4/4. He's got 3 damage, 4 damage he can do, bring us down to 5. We have a pretty dominant hand right here. He does have a Polymorph, or board, not hand really. Arcane Missiles. Bring that down to where he can kill the Adventurer, but we have the card advantage. He has a secret and quite a bit of health advantage, but I'll take what we have over what he has in his hand, or on the board. And the Exna, Dark Bomb, kill the Alarmobot. Duplicate, great. He has 2 Alarmobots in his hand. I did not mean to life tap. Brings us down to 5. I saw it in green, clicked on it. Luckily we have the 3 armor and draw a card if we can survive. He's got 2 Alarmabots and something else in his hand. Play 1 Alarmabot. And polymorph it into a boar, and that will kill us. Thanks to the accidental light tap we did. Alright, so the first game as a Warlock, it didn't go all that great, but oh well, you can't win them all. Hop right back in there and try another one. Use the search field in your collection, find all cards with taunt. Yep. I don't really use that. I just look through the cards that I have and just throw it together, really. And we're gonna face another Warlock here. Twisty. And the first time I've seen the Murloc Scout. Didn't see him last game. Get rid of the Implosion and the Dread Infernal. A couple of pretty good board clearing cards, even though not exactly the things I'd want early on. Though the Questing Adventure, they'd be nice to combo together. Going second would have been pretty nice thanks to the potential with the Murloc Tidehunter turn 1, but I'm not going to Soulfire this early. It's better off saved to use to a minion. I don't want to risk getting rid of the Murloc Tidehunter either. Voidwalker is not really all that scary. It does counter a Tidehunter, but not afraid of losing the Tidehunter altogether. Just a couple of little Murlocs. 2 mana, what can this guy do? Play a Direwolf Alpha. Alright, Direwolf's pretty good.
The light protects me.
Divine Squire. Alright. He's not gonna kill our Murlocs. Okay. So I might just do that. Kill that off, and then summon a Voidwalker to take care of her, and then just hit him in the face once. The Voidwalker's objectively, unless you can buff her up better than what she is. And we also have a 1/1 Murloc on the board behind it. Harvest Golem. We don't have any early game cards to really put out on the board right now. Noyatron will help. I'm going to do an Noyatron, then life tap. We draw another Soulfire, unfortunately. Hit him for 2. We got 3 1 damage minions down. I'm not too happy that we drew both Soulfires in the first 4 turns. Buff that up to a 2/2. Use that to bring down the Noyatron. We will kill her with our Murloc. Get a Sneed, alright. Hellfire would have been nice. Corruption, not gonna do that. I think we trade both into that. Alright, that's a nice one for next turn. Play 6/6 out, deal 1 damage to both these guys and whatever she or he puts out.
My shield for Argus.
Failure of Argus complicates it quite a bit. We got a pair of Molten Giants. Probably will be useful. Pretty good. Once again, a Hellfire would be very nice to have. But if he doesn't try to get the Inferno off the board, then we're going to have quite a bit of trouble. Because Molten Giants can't help us out right off the bat. We got to wait for him. Another Harvest Golem, though, depending on what else he's got, is not a... It doesn't look too bad for us. So we can put down the Molten Giants, then we can do Soulfire without really caring that much. I mean, Sneed's nice, but Sneed doesn't help if you can't live to use him. He is going to trade into the Infernal, which is gonna be pretty nice for us. As we're not in risk of dying quite as much. Got that up to a 7 or a 8/8. I'm not gonna do it though. Put down a Molten Giant. That's what, 6 damage on the board. I'm not willing to do that in order to clear anything off. If he trades into that as well, he can't kill it unless he's got something in his hand to help him. We'll take the damage to summon another Molten Giant and probably a Sneed next turn. Could have put down the Watcher and made him either trade into that or buff it up pretty nice. That's going to make it to where he could potentially kill the Molten Giant. If he does, killing the Molten Giant would be good for us though. We want him to clear his board, so we can just summon another big minion out there.
The sun well.
Foxy's gonna give his 1/5 a taunt, or not a 0/4 a taunt, maybe +1/+1. He's not gonna kill the Molten Giant. All right, it's gonna put us in a pretty bad place, especially since we can't draw anything to help us, and we might have lost it here unless we can really clear off his board. The highest damage. That is the biggest threat right now. And that let's kill that off. Kill that off. Lose Floating Watcher. Kill that. Lose him. He's got 4 damage down and we have a Sneed in our hand. And 16 damage on the board. If we can get a taunt, I don't know if we have a taunt in here or anything that'll heal us, but if we do, that would save us.
So many possibilities.
Flame him. We'll bring him down 17. He's 1 away from death. We can get a spell.
For the crusade!
And then we win this. We can get anything, even a Mortal Coil, we can win this. We get a Noitron. Alright, can we still win this? I don't think so. Put out Sneed, or the Noitron, not Sneed. Kill 2 of these off, like these 2. Still have that, and then he can deal 3 damage, so we're just gonna hit him. And 1 damage short. Oh well. Go ahead and concede to him, let him have his victory. And we will try again next time. We got him back down to rank 20, unfortunately. And I think I'm going to end this here. Thank you all for watching and hope to see you all next time. You all have a nice day.